Tonight, see what truly exists inside the world of the paranormal. Inside. Join the discussion and review some of the best paranormal evidence captures from a wide variety of experienced and up-and-coming investigators. See and hear what they capture, where they captured it, and how they captured it. Right now on Entity Voices Paranormal Evidence.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Entity Voices Paranormal Evidence. We is all in the house.
That's right.
All
time.
Hello, everyone.
We is.
Yes.
We miss you, ladies.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Being here.
Yeah.
Aw, I missed you guys too.
Cherie was the only attending female
I
last week.
know.
Right.
No.
Aw,
Yeah.
she represented us. Thank you,
You
Cherie.
did.
Power. Yeah.
Hey, real quick before we get started making ourselves look stupid, I want to give a shout out to Everett. Everett's mom passed away this morning, so want to make sure that he understands that all of our prayers are with him. That's Everett with
Absolutely.
PPIT. So
Yeah.
prayers are with you, brother. Many blessings. We sorry for your loss.
Yes.
Sorry to hear that.
Deepest condolences.
And he is still in the chat. Look at that. That's a dedicated EVP believer right there.
Yep.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Very sorry to hear it.
Yeah,
Oh yeah. We
sending love and prayers.
Yes, definitely. Had to get that out of the way before we make ourselves look like idiots. We're very good at it, though.
Yeah.
Oh, we're professionals.
We are.
Don't try this at home. You could hurt yourself.
That's right.
I think we have.
Oh, yeah.
Many times, that's how we learned.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's how we got so skilled.
That's one term for it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's funny. So what'd you guys do last week? Or weekend or...
This past week.
Let's see. What did we do? We
Fix the car.
rebuilt a 2004 GMC Envoy that looked like absolute crap, and I didn't even realize it looked that bad until we got it back, and I'm looking at it, I'm going, that's not pretty. And so we started with the complete front end, tore everything apart, put new lights, new bumper, grill shows up this week. But it was a ton of fun. And then we did some house cleaning. We did some, what else did we do? You did overtime.
Yes, I did. The weekend. Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't know, it went by fast, really fast.
Yeah.
Nothing much.
Nothing much. Yeah. Tony built a car, a small community, water tower, plumbing for a city.
Still had time to be on a STATICOM podcast. And
Stay in the life of a rapper.
Here's the thing. So when he was watching the YouTube, the guy is only doing it by himself.
You always got to bring this up, don't you?
Hold on. I told this to his parents too. So I said, okay, you can do that by yourself because he did it by himself. And then he goes, no, I need more hand. Okay, pray to God that will, grow more hands. So you have.
I'm holding the entire bumper in my hand and undoing the bolts on the light. Well, guess where the light's going to go when that last bolt is loose?
Well,
Right onto the cement.
yeah.
So I said, Cherie, can you just grab it? The guy did it himself.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah. Roger put in the chat when I sent on your post the STATICOM by Rathman Industries.
That was awesome. I like that.
Yeah, we saw the post and we were like, he can do that?
I know. We didn't know.
You can't hear any music.
Sandra's smart. When I'm out in the garage working on cars and stuff, she stays inside. She doesn't come out to even see if I'm alive.
I think I called her out. I'm like, Cherie, can you give me a hand?
Yeah, all the time.
And she comes out, she goes, I think when you watch the video, the guy did it by himself. I'm like, okay, we can pay another $50 for a broken light, but whatever you want to do.
Cherie, can you give me a hand? Yeah, here, watch this video.
Yes.
See him doing it all by himself?
Yeah.
That's all you gotta do.
Yeah, on top of that, they're taking video. So see, multitask.
His video was on a tripod sitting there.
That's my point.
Okay, well, whatever. But oh my God, I didn't realize how much had to be done to do what I thought it was simple. You know, a couple of screws and this comes off. No, I had the thing down to the frame. I mean, there was nothing left. Wiring hanging out everywhere, but anyway, it was fun.
Third hand is called tape. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I learned something every show.
Thank you, George.
That's
Now,
funny.
did that go where the light would fall or over Cherie's mouth? Just checking.
Well played, Rob.
Silence is gold, but duct tape is silver.
That's awful brave for a man that sleeps so soundly and longer than his wife.
Especially with a woman who likes to kick people in the balls.
Thanks for bringing that up.
Yeah.
Let's put ideas in her head. I think we're getting off track here.
Yeah.
Hey, you got to give her credit to be a ball kicker at her height. She's like a punter in the NFL. She's got to get the foot way up here, and
Not when she's laying down in bed. If she's standing, yeah, she's got to jump to get me in the shin. But yeah, okay. Now you throw out all the answers. Where were you Saturday?
yeah, no shit.
Todd Carmelo off the rails in 5 minutes.
That's all it takes.
We said we were professionals.
That's right.
We didn't try to hide it.
No.
Ron and Lourdes, what did you guys do?
Well, we didn't build any vehicles.
No.
Not for a lack of trying, though. It just didn't work out. It was a very short project. I said, there's a tire. We're done. That was it.
Ron doesn't build anything.
If you won't solder for lack of having less fingers, cars, much tougher, and you'd be missing legs.
And
Oh, yeah.
On the head.
Yeah, in your head.
I would just be an ITC having stump. That would be it. But we went right after work on Friday up to Vermont and did an event with the drag queen of the paranormal, Monique Too Soon. Sam Baltrusis was also there. He did a Samons, as we call it.
Salmons?
He calls it a
Yeah.
Samons, and I think he
Samons.
forgot that I came up with that when we were at the 76 house in New York State with him, because he was doing his own seance. I called it a Samons, and now he's run with it, which is awesome.
That's
So,
cool.
Wilson Castle, if anybody ever gets a chance to come to the Northeast, it's in Vermont. From here, where we live, close to New York City, it's about just under 4 hours, straight up. But what a magnificent place, right?
It's beautiful. I mean, it's huge and it's beautiful. And everything in that castle was imported. So the neighbors, the people in the town were upset with the Wilsons because they didn't buy anything American. Everything was imported. But it's beautiful. Oh my God, it's so beautiful.
Yeah, really
Wow.
nice. Third largest home or mansion in the state of Vermont.
Yeah, the
The
third.
other two are up by Burlington. What's up, 305? It was magnificent, and we ran STATICOM, and so Monique did a great job with the event. Everybody there came into they did a seance with Samons. Then they came down and did STATICOM. Everybody sat and filled the room. Then they broke up into groups for 40-minute sessions, and everyone came through our room. But we started with the big group with the big room. Yes, Raul, that is exactly why we have wide-colored STATICOM.
Oh, and by the way, happy birthday, Jenny.
Happy birthday, Jenny.
Yeah. Happy birthday, Jen.
So we had a good time. It was great. It was a pretty big group.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
most interactive during the big group, and I put together a little bit of The one video I sent that was the longest, it's close to 3 minutes. I put like a compilation together of some of the moments. It was so good. STATICOM worked so well this weekend up there that I tried to grab. I said, we came home, we drove 4 hours. We had a podcast yesterday. We had a few hours before that. I just sat down and said, let me see if I can bang out a little editing and get something prepared just to show the weekend. It was so cool. And in the beginning of the video, of that specific video, for people who haven't seen it, there's a picture of the castle at the beginning of the episode. I think that the clip, really, really good, fantastic place. But I got devoured by mosquitoes this weekend. Holy cow.
And the fireflies, they were fireflies, and they were all over.
Yeah.
And it looked like a Christmas show. It was so beautiful.
That's
It was
awesome.
gorgeous. Yeah.
Yeah,
it was
there were
gorgeous.
tons of fireflies, but I'm pretty sure they were a distraction for the mosquitoes.
Go to the light. Go to the light. Where to go? Where to go? Where to go?
I think they were working in collusion.
Yeah, what you didn't see is you saw the wall of fireflies coming, and right behind them were the mosquitoes.
Yeah, there was a plan there because I got devoured like a buffet. It was not good.
What did you guys do?
We what did we do Friday?
Friday was dinner.
Oh, Friday we went out to dinner after work at the local room like
Yeah.
we always do.
Nice.
And then Saturday we went out and looked at a couple houses because we've been looking for property. And one house was an estate sale, and I was just telling Tony about this before the show. An estate sale on 3.2 acres, and the house was a complete gut. There was wood rot
Wow.
everywhere.
Oh, wow.
Chris's inner construction guy's going, fuck no, fuck no, fuck no. Look at that hole. Look at that. Look at that. But the creepy thing about it is I was telling Tony that it has these two dormers at the front of the house. That one goes into the living room, one goes into the dining room, and it's a clear dormer. But then there was two other windows that went up to the attic, and the only attic was the pull-down attic stairs. And it was a smoker's house, and good God.
You smelled it. Yeah.
So it was a smoker's house. So the walls were yellow, the can lights were yellow, the linoleum was yellow. But what was creepy is when we were looking at the pictures, I kept going, it's like there's somebody standing in that flipping window. And I showed Tony the picture. It looked like somebody standing there.
Yeah.
We get to the house, we get out of the car, and I look up at the window, and I'm like, there's a man standing in that window. And I'm just like, uh-huh. The only access to that attic was the pull-down ladder. But you could see that he had been up.
Curtains. I mean, why would you put curtains in your attic? that
Well,
you
and the
don't use?
white curtains were stained yellow.
Yellow.
So he was up in that attic smoking to where it stained the glass on the interior.
Wow.
So I asked our real
weird.
estate agent, I went, did they die in this house? She goes, I don't know. No, yes, they did. So we got, besides the fact that it was a complete gut, it wasn't worth looking at. And then we looked at another house on 4.5 acres way out in the middle of nowhere that we fell in love with. But
Picture.
no, I didn't take any pictures. It was real estate. I couldn't. But there was another house we fell in love with. But unfortunately, Audra's about to start working from home for the first time in 4 years. And they
Nice. You're gonna enjoy it.
Yeah, if you're like Cherie, I can call it like 9:30, and she's like, "I just woke up."
I don't have that luxury.
Yeah.
Oh, it drives me crazy. I'm like, I left here at 6 in the morning.
Oh, no.
Yeah, same here.
Let me teach y'all something about Audra. When Audra's at work, we talk on our way in because we leave pretty close to the same time. We talk at lunch, and then I let her know when I'm on my way home. She lets me know when she's on her way home. When Audra's home and I'm at work, she never answers the phone. She sets the damn thing down, and I don't hear from her for hours.
Well, and my job at work is I'm on the phone all day long. So I don't have time to sleep in 8 o'clock till 5 o'clock. I'm on the phone.
Dude, I get up and leave.
Let's talk about.
Yeah.
Keep going, Ron. Keep going.
Yeah. Where's that tape when you need it? Where's that? She's in bed. She's all covered up. She goes, "Do you have lunch? You need me to make you a sandwich?" I know I'm good. And she was very sweet. She will get up and make me a sandwich if I need it. I know I'm good. I have lunch. Okay, baby. Okay. And then I come home and she's sitting on the couch and she's done with her work day and she took a nap and she went outside and watched the birds. And I'm like, I should have been a freaking court reporter. It's got more perks than EVP efficiency.
That's right.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love
Oh,
it.
it's so sweet of you fixing him a sandwich.
I
don't
know.
have to do that.
You do
Yeah.
that all the time. I came home. She goes, "Was the pizza outside?" I said, "Pizza
Oh, no,
outside."
that's in the morning, like for
Well, I
your
pack my own lunch
Yeah.
because I pack a huge lunch
But
every day.
but I make sure when he comes home, he
Right.
gets home.
Especially on show night, she's
Yeah.
always got food ready. Tonight was pizza, which is great.
Always pizza Monday.
Why do I have a feeling when the show's over, Cherie's going to message Lourdes and go, there's a guy on YouTube who makes his own sandwiches. He could do it, he could do it himself.
That's right. And he only uses 2 hands.
Right.
Yeah, he's got the bread taped to the wall.
Whatever works, you gotta be, yeah.
Yeah. And this is why we need a guest on this show.
That's
Right.
right.
We have just sidetracked for almost half hour.
All right.
Yeah, but we have a special guest tonight.
Yeah.
I think it's very special.
All right. Well, that I'll agree with.
So
No.
the guest that we have on tonight
Yes.
is the 4 that say STATICOM. So I don't know how they see it. Those. Oops. Those.
Yeah, I never get it right either.
Those.
I just do this so that it's like a
No.
good chance I'm right.
So Ron and Lourdes and Tony and Cherie have been working on STATICOM naturally. And so they've got some more tweaks going on because they're constantly improving it. So I said, why don't you show some of your latest stuff so everybody can see that don't go out to the events, what you guys have been up to. So that's what we have for you guys tonight.
Yeah, no, we appreciate it. We enjoy the opportunity to show them. We'll show them when we're guests on other podcasts sometimes, but we like to share it with our audience and our group. Can Anthony call Anthony? He can make me. He can, but he has to take the equipment off the bread first.
Yes. Yes. But it's still good on flatbread.
That's true.
Yeah.
And he's the only guy I know that will bring cannolis and donuts from Queens all the way to West Virginia.
Can't beat that. Can't
Yeah, that was great, actually.
Yeah. Al, before we get rolling too, because Mr. 305 Paranormal mentioned, because they are going to be in Gettysburg at the Battlefield Bash, and so are the 6 of us.
beat. Yes.
And
Yes.
if that doesn't make it bashy, I don't know what does.
Nothing does then.
Yeah, it's going to be great. It's going
You
to be
think
great.
we get off the rails here? You should see us in public once we've been.
Yeah. Yeah. There's no alcohol involved in this show, but if you add that,
Says who?
Yeah.
Yeah. Then there's no rails to go off of.
it's roller coaster.
Sure,
rail.
there's not.
Yeah, that's going to be fun.
Yep.
Yes.
A few more
That's
weeks.
going to be fun. We've been doing an ITC talk, or now this year we're going to have a room like the Jersey Expo gives us every year. And so when we found out we were going to get to share the STATICOM room with Tony and Cherie and run it all day and have them there talking to the guests and meeting people with us, and we get to introduce all of you to people that we've gotten to know. Awesome.
It's going to be a great time.
It is.
I'm the
Yes,
bouncer.
it is.
He's the bouncer.
Yeah, I was
Sam
about
Nelly and I are going to bounce at the door.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to it. It's going to be
Yes.
It'd be great.
Excited.
And just to have the entire EVPE team back together
Yes,
again.
I miss
It's
you.
been
guys.
over a year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Over a year.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Too
It was
long.
funny when we were guests on the show last night. It was one of the questions we got was, you guys are in Arizona, you guys are in New Jersey. How do you do it? How do you guys get together at places and whatever? And before we gave whatever answers we gave, I don't know about Tony and Cherie, and I did it. Lourdes didn't feel well, so she sat out last night. But I know inside part of me sank a little bit. I was like, we don't get together enough.
You're right.
Oh, yeah, there's a whole country in between us, so that's probably why.
Yeah.
Entire country. Yeah.
We're not going to do a little thing like a country get between us.
Yeah, yeah.
Here's what's
Yeah.
up.
Karen, it's going to be on July.
26th it starts.
26th, 27th, and 28th, if I'm not mistaken.
That is
Okay.
correct.
Yes.
And we're all rolling into town on that Friday, if I'm not mistaken.
Correct.
Correct.
We will be there probably between
Thank you, Jenny.
2 and 3 o'clock, and then the other 4 will roll in somewhere between 6 and 7.
So
Yep.
you put it in there, Mr. 305. Put it in. Everybody's got the dates down. It's gonna be great. We get to see all our friends like this too. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, it's gonna be a great
Can't
time.
wait to see everybody.
That
Well,
reminds me, does anybody know, does Harrisburg actually have Uber?
It has to. No.
I don't know how big it is. I have no idea.
I would think they have Uber.
I don't know. But if you can get to the hotel, I mean, we'll have our truck. So
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We'll get there. I just whether it's. Was just thinking. Boy, I don't know how big that town.
Yeah. Can somebody pick us up at the airport, please? I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
She's kidding. She's kidding.
yeah, Uber.
Pennsylvania, they have Amish Uber. It's a guy with a wagon and a horse.
That's right.
Jenny
That-
says you got it.
The premium Uber is he comes with 2 horses.
Versus 1.
Yes.
There you go.
Here's what really sucks for Audra and I is we have to spend a whole week on the beach, then come back, work for 4 days before we get to go to Gettysburg.
I know.
Must be rough.
Tough life.
I feel bad for you both.
It's terrible.
Yeah, really.
There's a little bit of sarcasm in there. Don't know if you caught it. Just wanted to point that out.
Yeah. In 4 days, you could build a couple of cars according to Rathman map.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
According to
yeah.
Radley.
I can give instructions.
YouTube instruction, baby.
Yeah, that's what I use to work well.
Yes, that's true.
All right. What do you say we get into some STATICOM?
Yes.
Sounds good.
Yeah,
Sounds
let's
good.
why not?
So I mixed them up again.
I saw a guy on YouTube doing STATICOM by himself. Oh, it was Tony.
That's right. He's doing it all by himself. I think we have some clips of that guy doing it by himself without a third hand.
Yeah.
It didn't come out right.
Oh, they're so sweet. Todd and Carmel.
Yeah.
And he say
Todd and
third
Carmel,
hand.
they would pick you up. Jenny would pick you up. Any of these people that we're friends with would
I
pick you up.
think we come in at 5:30. 5:30
on
p.m.
Friday.
on Friday.
Yes.
We land at. in
We'll
Harrisburg.
message you.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Hell yeah. Although I've seen Todd drive, you might want to think. I'm just kidding. All right, guys. All right, the first one, I mixed them up. Tony, discussion of Knights Templar.
Okay, so let me just explain what this was. First, for anyone who didn't know, we did the Tombstone Paracon back in
October.
May.
Oh, Tombstone was in May.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
You had Globe and Tombstone in May.
Yeah. So anyway, STATICOM kind of just blew up on me. And Ron was nice enough, spent like 3-4 hours with me on the phone because I had to completely rebuild it because it did not function. And we got some good stuff in Tombstone, but it something was wrong. I could tell something wasn't working right. Well, then I had problem after problem after problem. And I had some files that were in the redistributable files that were damaged. I had to repair those. I had a mistake in my layout, which took me forever to catch. But anyway, to make a long story short, this was a test I did for a friend, and they were asking about what kind of answers can STATICOM get if you were to ask questions about the Knights Templar order. So these are snippets from about an hour and a half session. So it's not the full session. I think I cut the hour and a half down to about 12 or 13 minutes, which is on my Facebook. But these are what those clips are about. So if you're wondering why I'm asking all these questions about the Knights Templar and the order, this is why. But STATICOM ran beautifully.
Nice. Here we go.
How many spirits are with me right now? 10? Did you say 10? like to talk about the Knights Templar. Are you willing to discuss that? Yes. Okay, I heard a yes.
Wow.
Pretty clear,
Yeah,
yeah.
there's some real crispness to those vocals.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was working well, and they get better. That was like the first minute or two, and you know how Staticom functions. Usually, it takes a minute or two to get them dialed in and everything, but it gets better from there. But all the clips you'll see from me are from that session tonight.
Yeah, okay.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's really good. That's a great start. If it gets better,
It does.
that's
low.
fantastic. Yeah, that's really good.
I'll be
Thank you.
giving you addresses.
Yes,
And,
and I agree with Gio. I heard a yes that you didn't annotate, and then I heard the ones after that you did.
yep.
Right. There was one at the end too I didn't catch.
Mm-hmm.
Well, one sounded like a female, and then there was two separate males that responded yes too.
You are correct, and that's the other great thing is I was getting answers from multiple voices, which is just awesome, and the same answers. Although the other cool part about this is that you'll hear them disagree about what they should be telling me and what they shouldn't, which makes it.
Oh.
Ooh, interesting.
Yeah, that's really cool because that displays more than one possible center of identity
Correct.
within an intelligence that is not incarnate. That's pretty cool.
Correct. And supports the whole universal consciousness theory because the answers are the same.
So real quick, if you guys hear something that sounds like an EVP, it's our dog snoring.
She's out.
I'm over here going, what the hell is that noise? I look over, the dog snoring. It's funny. All right, so the next one we got is from Ron and Lourdes, and it's Morris County, New Jersey's Park Cultural, and then it cut it off.
Ah,
Center.
I think we'll talk about it after. I'm pretty sure this is the one when we did the pre-investigation with Rich Michella and Barefoot Paranormal and Kim Geyer, the Ghost History Medium.
Jenny.
Jenny Colucci was with us. Anthony Simonelli.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a big group. We had there's a precinct in the building, and there was an officer that came into one of the sessions, was intrigued. We said, well, we're doing our thing upstairs in a minute, and we invited him up. He comes up with two other officers, and I know they heard stuff. But every night, we like to have at least one wow moment when the whole room is ecstatic. They heard something. Whoa, So I tried for one, and I held up my glasses, if this is the one, and I asked for them to tell me what I was holding in front of 3 police officers who very well could have pulled me away and said, all right, this guy's nuts. Get the padded jacket. And they would have been right, but I still got voices.
Take notice that Ron does reverse psychology.
Yeah, I do. You know
He
what?
does.
You remember, Tony, you said about saying you have permission to come through?
Yeah.
A lot of times I try to seem not like I'm leaning on them, like they have to be omnipotent and know everything, be everywhere. Maybe they can't hear or see something or tell us something. So I'll say, if you can't see it, if you don't know it, just say that. It's okay. And then a lot of the times, that's
We'll get
when
the
I get
answer.
the answer.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
Hmm.
What do
Nice.
you mean we can't say Rathman?
I like that though. That's awesome.
Don't you dare tell me the winning lottery numbers.
Yeah, right. We should try
You're
that.
probably trying that later.
Remember to split it with Chris. It was my idea.
Yeah. Okay. You got it.
All right, here we go.
Have you had experiences here? Yeah, have you heard anything, felt anything?
I'll try one more question.
Door open? Let's be quiet, yes.
Before these gentlemen,
In the basement?
Really creepy.
Yeah, no, the basement is, yeah, agreed.
Before they have to step out, can you please, just for them, to show them you can hear us or see us, can you tell them what am I holding in my hand? And don't make me look stupid, please. What am I holding? What's in my hand? Can you tell us or no? If you can't see it, say that.
No way.
Thank you, guys. Thank you very much. We really do appreciate it. That was great.
The intelligence comes
Did anybody ever see the pictures?
All right.
Awesome.
That's so
That was
good.
awesome.
Yes.
And I love the fact that you are now requiring armed security guards.
Oh, yeah.
That's good.
This is no joke. You never know when someone duct tape's going to show up trying to steal it.
I wish you could guys see the cop's reaction because it was
Yeah.
great. He stepped
no.
back and he pointed. He was like,
Yeah, yeah.
glasses. It was crazy.
That was clear too.
Yes.
Yeah,
You've got
Theo, that was a
signals.
stuffed beaver.
You've got signals when you're talking to somebody, and if somebody hears a response that is a guilty response, one of the other guys will go like this.
Yes, they were. The one guy said the other partner wouldn't do the night shift after that.
Yeah.
Well, what's funny is when you see that guy point, that's not a voluntary reaction. That's something he's used to doing.
Yeah.
He heard it. It was definite. He heard it. And that's why he was doing this on top of whatever response we couldn't see on his face, which is
It was
fantastic.
crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I
love his response.
I rolled the dice. I pulled like Rathman with a sleep machine at a convention. I took a chance on looking stupid in front of a room.
You didn't. That was perfect.
Y'all
That was
would be surprised. Law enforcement officers, they go out there, they risk their lives every day for us. They'll get into a shootout to save your life. But a lot of them don't like the haunted shit. Like with the Aho Hospital.
Right? That guy would not even go in.
He did not want to go in the hospital. And then when I told him, I said, hey, I'm with Maricopa County Sheriff's Office. He goes, well, can you walk me through? So I walked the guy through the entire building, and he was scared shitless the whole time.
Yeah, you didn't want to go.
Right.
Wow.
It was funny. That was awesome.
That was a great clip, though. Really.
I love that.
really
If you can't see it, just tell us. And then some guy in the back goes, glasses.
Yeah, I started doing it just as a not to do it reverse psychology, but then I realized
That's
that
what
when
it
you
is.
pointed it out, that is what it is. But just because I feel like, how do we know that just because we think everything's in consciousness that they can answer everything, they know everything? I don't know. If you can't see it, you don't know it, say it.
Right. No, and that's the perfect outlook to have because, like you said, we don't know what they can and can't do for sure. We don't know.
Yeah.
All right. So now we got another one for Tony. Let me have your name.
Yeah.
Which is what the cop said to Ron after that glasses comment. All right. So here we go.
I would like to speak with any spirits that were part of the Knights Templar Order. Can you let me know when you're here? Can anyone who was part of the order come forward and give me your name? If you were a Knights Templar, let me have your name, please. Or the name you used as a Knights Templar.
Crystal.
Wow.
Okay, now wait. Two things. I tried to spell out what I thought I heard and didn't realize what he repeated again was Anthony.
Anthony.
Kristoff.
Yep.
He said
Wow.
Anthony first. I thought he was referring to me. And then I thought I heard something different for the first name, but it's Anthony Kristoff.
Yep.
You know what amazed me about that whole session was I didn't know the Knights Templar were Jewish because they wanted to make a brisket.
The brisket, that was funny.
That's a good point. And because, brisket
I'm dead.
is.
I'm dead. You're fine.
Yeah.
That I thought was hilarious when I heard it. He's like, I'm dead. It's like, you're fine.
Better dead than alive sometimes.
That's a really awesome display of, we talk about doing communication and not being so dry, like Q&A, like, how did you die? Where were you? Like very formal and stuffy. Like when Tony does it, it's like relaxing into it. You feel like you're watching Larry King talk to the dead. You mean it's an interview? It's an interview, and it's personalized, and it seems to work.
Yeah.
Sometimes they say names other than Rathman.
And those are the anomalies.
Yeah.
So he said my name's Anthony, and he didn't want you to make sure that he wasn't talking about Rathman. He's like, no, Anthony Christoph.
Yeah.
Not Rathman, damn it.
But that's fantastic because I do think that the approach, right?
Of course.
It's like it's very personalized. It's interview. Like it seems like he's genuinely asking questions and not just trying to get somebody to say something. And the payoff is clear.
That's part of the reason why he gets good responses.
Yeah.
Well, plus I was just so thrilled that it was working after that 2 months of nothing but trouble. I was so discouraged, but figured out what the issue was, and I was thrilled.
Yeah, you're back. You're back in the saddle because that was freaking great.
So either his name was Anthony Christoph, or he was talking to you and me at the same time.
Exactly. The coincidences, any way you look at it, are mind blowing.
Yeah.
Ron was dreaming about you guys, and you picked up on his dreams. Anthony Christoph.
Let's all take a moment of discomfort on that one.
Yeah. I hope that wasn't a cock dream.
Did you? Was that cop or never mind?
Does he have a bow in his hair? What the?
It's so cute.
Oh my God! Look at him, Genghis pup.
He's a samurai. Yeah.
He's cute. Chris, do this. Chris, do this for our audience because we always do this after the show before we sign off. Whistle.
You gotta figure it out.
This is what we do when the show's over, people.
Yeah, it is what we do. We torment Jax, although I would think that hairpiece would be enough. But
well, here's what's killing it is he's got that bow in, so it's holding his eyes open. Usually when I do that, he goes.
Yeah, you can see.
Yeah, he leans right in.
He can't move him anymore. It's so tight that he's like.
Oh my God.
That is going to be a pause moment.
I know. If he wants to come up again in the table, I don't want to do
No,
that.
he unplugs everything.
Yeah.
All right. So now here's where it starts getting interesting. Just the title of this one alone brings so many questions. Peanut butter Rob Squatch.
Oh yeah, this is great. This is another one when there was. This is at the Shanley during the trifecta event we did with Ronnie LeBlanc from Expedition Bigfoot, and Get Haunted did a fantastic job running this event. Rob Stackowitz from Get Haunted. Apparently, everywhere he goes, or a lot of places he's been, his password thing to ask for to get spirits to say, and he's gotten in a bunch of places, is peanut butter. We didn't know that. So we're already running STATICOM with Ronnie LeBlanc in the group, and it's going really well. Rob comes in and sits down, and Bill Bryant from his group asks, now that Rob's here, what does he always ask for? And the tick second, and the voice said it, and you see like 7 of them respond because they knew what the words were. And you see Scott Davis, the medium, and us, and even LeBlanc is like this. Like we didn't know the words. We heard it, but we didn't realize. And I called him Rob Squatch because he was very I'm not going out in the woods and hunting Sasquatch. It's no. I'm like, he likes ghost stuff. So I would call him Rob Squatch instead of Sasquatch. So I made this video between day 1 and day 2 at the trifecta event. So when we did our lecture on Sunday, I added this into the presentation, and he didn't know it.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Nice.
That's cool.
All right, so here we go.
Well, you have an audience now. Come on. Now that Rob's here, can you tell him what he always asks for? What did it say?
Peanut butter.
Peanut butter.
Anytime Rob does this, it's always say peanut butter.
Every right away.
That was
That you should
so
stop.
on.
Yeah,
That was good.
And I got the body cam recorded. So listen, for us, that is like the utmost of an experience.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's cool.
I must have sent the wrong one because I had the annotated one. I made like a funny thing in the video, in the beginning of the video with Rob and a little jar of peanut butter, and I thought I sent the right one. I must have sent the one that before I put the thing together.
That was still good.
Yeah, clip was good.
You can get Rob from Get Haunted to get up and walk out of the room.
Yeah.
Yeah, they all heard it. We all heard it. We just didn't know what it was until they told us.
That's awesome.
Yes.
So the first time I ever met Rob face to face was the first year at Gettysburg. We were standing out front talking, and I had this hat on, and he had his Get Haunted hat on. He comes walking up, and he goes, "Any man wearing a hat like that, got to get a picture with a hat like this." And we turned around.
Yeah, he's cool.
Yeah, he's cool. There was a great event. They did a nice job at that event.
Very nice job. Yep.
That's so cool. So cool.
So we were happy to deliver that moment to him.
What about, I mean, time, you can't speak to better timing and relevance. I mean, that's just, it's the same with the glasses, spot on.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Well, the best part is the raw emotion of people recognizing it. That was
Yes.
fantastic.
Yeah.
All right, so the next one we have here is Lafferty. So here we go.
Is there still stuff hidden from the Knights Templar? Yes. Okay.
Wow.
Inside,
Outside,
It's
inside.
all over the place.
So the question is,
I'm telling you.
well, was that meant to be confusing? I don't know what Lafferty is. I don't know if it's a place, a location. I have no idea. But still, it timing and relevance to what I asked. And
Huge timing irrelevance. So they're giving you words that denote the placement when you're asking for where something's placed or hidden.
Correct.
That's nuts.
But not
Inside,
only
I think
that,
it was meant to be confusing.
Inside, outside.
Yeah.
Well, I think as I was asking, and I may have asked that question earlier on, but without a response. But I was saying, where can we find stuff that still hasn't been discovered yet? And then all of a sudden, boom, Lafferty inside. I'm assuming it's
Not a place.
It's not a place.
What is it?
throwing shade.
Samuel J. Lafferty from 1846 to 1919. He was the 48th Royal Archmason, post-eminent commander of the Knights Templar.
Look at that shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
18 what?
From 1846 to 1919.
Okay, well, that would have been much later, though. The Knights Templar disbanded late 1200s, early 1300s. Well, not completely, but that's when they were attacked, accused of I can't think of the word.
He was a 32nd degree Scottish Rite Mason and the commander of the Palestine commandery of the 33 Knights Templar.
If it's a family, it could be a family name, because Templars did that all the time. They hid stuff with trusted families.
Oh, yeah. Hang on.
Forgotten books.
Doubling down on relevance.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Knights Templar with the Masonic fraternity at the middle of the 12th century. Lafferty Edward, Lafayette Lafferty, John B. Lafferty, John Joseph Lafferty. It was a
Huge family name.
huge family that just kept going on with the Knights Templar. So the first one that popped up, Samuel J., was probably the last.
Yeah.
But he was not the first.
That's
Here you go. William L. Lafferty was number 2.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
That's very interesting.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, Scott, you're right. The Masons are technically the next generation of what the Templars used to be.
Yeah.
Correct.
So
Oh my
it's the
God.
history of the Knights Templar of the state of Pennsylvania. And this was written February 4th, AD 1794. So this is what's called the Forgotten Book of the Masons.
Wow.
Yeah. So you did. Lafferty is
Yeah, has
accused.
nobody watched National Treasure? There's
Come on,
still
y'all.
going on. One of my
Yeah.
favorite movies.
It's good.
So this book is called The Lost. What was it called? History of the Knights Templar of the state of Pennsylvania. It's called The Forgotten Books.
Forgotten books.
Wow.
Not forgotten anymore.
Not anymore. Chris just found it and talked about it only here on EVPE, y'all.
But just the amazement that you could just type that in and pull all that back.
Yeah.
After something STATICOM spit out, that's incredible.
Think
Yeah.
about it. You could have got any name from any generation, from any background across the planet. Smith, Johnson, Dougherty. It could have been anything.
Right.
Lafferty, the Lafferty line throughout the Masons and possibly the Templars. Are you kidding me?
Right. But that's what we were talking about on the show last night, Ron, that we said anything that we could verify with that STATICOM would spit out. Now, there's tons of things we can't verify, but the ones that we can always seem to have validation to them.
Yeah.
And I would say that some validation. Lafferty is probably a name, a family name.
Yeah.
So I couldn't see what the number one was, but William L. Lafferty was the number 2 Templar.
Wow.
And he went on. It went on. There must have been hundreds of years of generations of Laffertys that were mixed up.
Right.
Descendants
Yeah.
from him.
Better go find some Laffertys.
You had, by chance odds, that this thing spit out some warbly artifact BS that wasn't a word. It could have sounded like any name, but it happens to be a name that has historic significance along those lines. Are you?
So here's the difference. Your spelling is different.
It's different.
It was
My spelling is always different. I can make my spelling of the word "the" different.
the actual spelling is Lafferty.
Lafferty.
Yeah.
Which
Well,
phonetically sounds like how you spelt it.
Yeah, he did it phonetically.
Yeah,
I do it by sound. I heard Lafferty.
you know what? It doesn't matter because it's
Right.
relevant.
No.
It's timed, and you, Mr.
Close
Rathman,
enough.
get the last Lafferty.
That's right. Here's what's amazing. If you put in Lafferty Knights Templar, there's a
There's a
whole
ton of stuff.
fucking page of it.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Wow.
No, I'm lying.
No, I'm
Google it.
enthralled, though. I really am.
Yeah.
Can we end the show now? I mean, how do you top
I got
that?
research
That's
to do.
amazing. Right?
That is amazing.
That's
really
amazing.
There's no timing or relevance there.
Yes.
None.
We saw that.
Yes.
The Ireland.
It did say
Yeah.
Ireland.
Lafferty in Ireland is a location where the Knights have possibly
Everybody's on Google now.
the first
Yeah.
international company. Wow.
I believe there was a 5th member of the Beatles, and his name was Lafferty.
That's right. He was off camera on the crosswalk.
Yeah, Ringo Lafferty.
Ringo Lafferty.
That's incredible. It's incredible because it could have been any name. It could have been,
Right.
and Tony would have got a name. He asked for a name, and you still would have had something. Like I asked for a name, and it said John Doe.
Right.
Excellent.
Right.
You got a name. It's a response. It's communication. But that name?
Yeah.
Put Geo's back up a second. Geo or George, that's actually who requested the information, and they've been doing research for years. So that is who that went to.
Oh.
So they're going to tie that Lafferty to it.
I'm sure.
Oh yeah.
There's no way. I found it in 2 seconds.
Right.
If I can find it in 2 seconds, I'm sure he can find a hell of a lot more than
Yeah.
that.
If you look long enough, you're going to find another guy who looks remarkably like Tony's. That's the line of the Raffertys. That's awesome. That's really, I mean,
Thank you.
you could more than double down on the relevance part of that. I mean, any name could have come through, and it's
Right.
completely relevant in more than one person in the entire lineage of the Masons and the Knights by that name. And you got that name asking questions about the Knights Templar. That is absolutely mic drop.
Yeah, and it was
Get the dog and have him disconnect the show. We're done.
And it was said twice. They said it first, and then another one said it right after with even more clarity than the first. So it.
Yeah.
I don't even need it twice to be mind blown on that. And the one time, it's so relevant. That's crazy. This Rathman guy's on to something.
I know. It's amazing. Your friends are crazy.
Ronaldo Rivera wants the show. opening Lafferty's lost what?
Treasure.
Nice.
That's funny.
Nice treasure. Well, it depends. It's either a map on the back of the Declaration of Independence, or it's in a hole you stick your hand in South Dakota. It's one of the two.
We're not sticking our hands in any holes in South Dakota. Let's move on.
That's what got the Cowboys in trouble.
Yeah.
We'd be able to post many more comments if the dog wasn't blocking half the comments.
I know, I can't even
Can you take him off the desk?
Well, he's laying down. He's sleeping. He's fine.
He's probably sleeping because of lack of oxygen to his brain. Take
Do
that thing
we
out of
have
his
another
hair.
clip?
It's like that scene from Men in Black when the guy's the bug is dressed up in the. Claire, is that better?
Poor dog. Oh my God! Remember when we had a show?
I know.
That poor dog is going. I smell all kinds of shit, but I can't see anything.
Yeah, splash water
That's
on
right. Yeah. I don't. Never mind. I'm good.
No.
I'll get smacked,
Yes.
kicked under the table. Doesn't matter how wet it is. You don't stick your whole hand in it.
Yeah, Raul.
Not your whole hand.
It's not your whole hand. Lourdes is going with it too.
Dang.
Oh, yeah.
I can't slap her though.
Thank you, Lourdes.
Sorry. Yes, you're welcome.
Yeah, George, you're correct.
That was awesome. All right. So the voice says Shanley when asked.
This one was fun. This is another short answer. Quick. At the Shanley Hotel, the ladies from the UK from Festival of the Unexplained, Penny and Rachel, were here visiting. Wes Coleman from Canada was also here. They're all their first times at the Shanley. You see Mr. Seminelli sitting there in the room. It's one of my favorite places to do Staticom, not just because of the place, but because they have an 85-inch TV on the wall, and I don't use my monitor. I connect to that, and it's awesome. And just the guy, we were literally running Staticom for a minute, not even. And I said, if you can hear us, whatever, say Shanley.
All right.
And there you have it.
Here we go.
I'll turn it up. It's a big room. Talking. If you can hear us, say Shanley, please.
Right
Right
there.
there. White noise. That's it.
I don't know how.
Every time you have Anthony in a video, he reminds me of that video of you. Join us for the show. We don't normally like witnesses.
Yeah.
The way he's always sitting there with his hands crossed on his belly.
Yeah. I sent the wrong file for that one too, but I think I had that one annotated. Not that's one word, right? But I had it annotated also, and that's not the one either. But
You were.
So you guys heard it. You heard it,
We
right?
heard it. Oh yeah.
Everybody
No
heard
doubt
it.
about it.
It's clear.
what happens when I submit my evidence after driving 4
For
hours back
hours.
from Vermont
And then doing
on
a
4 hours
podcast.
sleep and doing a podcast? Lucky I didn't send you home videos from 1974.
All right, so we got another one from Tony with the Knights Templar. You're good. There we go. BP figure in the back of the. Hang on.
Oh yeah, they have a bartender figure in the back of the room,
Yeah.
and it's actually made to be like a REM pod. If you get close to the thing, it's got stuff that goes off.
Yeah.
It's enough to scare the shit out of me. I'm gonna start that real quick so I can see. I didn't notice. Here we
Yeah.
go. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, can you imagine you're in the back of the room, you're doing an investigation, and that fucker goes off?
And you didn't know it was paranormal.
Yeah.
No, what was the name of that movie with Chris Pratt, and where they're stuck on the ship, and he wakes the girl up, Jennifer, what's her name?
Jennifer.
Jurassic Park?
No.
I know.
So Passengers?
Passengers, yep.
Yeah, that movie. You guys seen that movie, Passengers?
So good.
So really quick, they decided to build another life on another planet. So they get on this ship that puts them to sleep for 120 years. Well, Chris Pratt's machine malfunctioned, and he wakes up halfway.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about now.
Great movie.
And he's all by himself, and there's this mechanical bartender.
Yep.
That looks real, and that's what that bartender reminded me of, except from the 40s.
Yeah, you know that part where the mechanical bartender, it reminded me like a weird futuristic version of The Shining.
Yep. All right, so here's your good.
If you were part of the order, you should have information, correct? Is there information out there still to be found? Yes, okay. Where would we look for this information? Did you say England? What area of England?
Wow.
That one almost sounded like she was yelling at the other one for answering you.
Yeah.
She was. You idiot.
You idiot.
Yeah.
Because, and like I said, it gets worse. They did not. I had answers being given, and they're like, "Knock, stop it, knock it off." Oh wait, I think I'm ruining the next one. But yeah, there was a conflict of what should be released and told and not told.
That's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
All right, the next one is Ron's. You idiot!
I know.
Roger's like, it's not just me. No, he can't talk. Near an epicenter.
This one was, I recorded at home. I was killing time. I was flying to Huntsville, Alabama to meet my son. He was coming from Texas, where he was looking at universities. He went to Texas A&M to look at it. He was going to Huntsville, Alabama to look at that school, and I was flying down to meet him. His mom was at the previous one with him. An hour before his stepdad picked me up to take me to the airport, I was ready way early. I'm running STATICOM just to kill some time. We had an earthquake that day.
I remember that.
And then there was an aftershock that happened later, but luckily I got out of here. There had been an earlier aftershock. My plane might have been grounded or not come in at all. So I was glad to get out. So I felt it when I was running STATICOM. And so I asked about what was going on, and then the voice spoke to the fact that, you know, that we were near it, where, you know, where the epicenter was, and it was wild.
We also got the earthquakes, but I don't think he sent you that one.
Yeah, no, I didn't. I haven't cut that yet. Another voice said the earthquakes.
Yep.
Oh, wow. All right, so here we go.
What did I just feel? Was that an earthquake? I gotta go shut down.
You got a New York Italian lady answering those questions.
Yeah, there was an accent. Absolutely, there was.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Talk about timing and relevance. I mean, I'm asking about the Knights Templar, and you're predicting current weather conditions and earthquakes. I mean, come on.
Yeah, no shit.
I wish I was predicting. I wouldn't have had the shit scared out of me. That was after the fact. But
right, but they
confirmed.
Anthony, but they confirmed it, Ron.
Yeah, it was very.
Yeah, it was wild, and there was more. What she said. The other one said something about the
earthquake.
The earth shook.
No, I said the earthquakes.
Yeah, the earthquakes.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're near an epicenter. Hard to name this fault.
Right.
It slipped.
It slipped, and that's a type of
how earthquakes occur. Correct.
Yeah, they either slip or they.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's
It's
insane.
slipped.
It's a release of pressure. It's a buildup of pressure, and then.
Yeah.
Wow.
No,
Nice.
Really cool.
Yeah, that was wild.
How does it go?
Yeah.
I didn't make the sound effect, but that's a whole nother hot 2 discussion. Had to do it.
Yes, you did.
Everybody else is.
Yeah, that's wild.
Get off the rails here a little bit. It's funny the guy with the cock story is talking about the hawk too.
I'll never live that down.
No, not in this group. All right, here's the last one Tony has from the Knights Templar. This is Bocce.
Oh wow!
All right, here we go.
Spirits, do me a favor. Let me hear you say Rathman. There we go. I heard it. Thank you. That definitely could have been some names. Can you repeat those for me one more time? Listen, I'm sorry.
Okay, who's making the Power to Rathman t-shirts? Who's making the Power to Rathman t-shirts? We need to have them. We need them stat.
And I've got the perfect logo for it too. It's a fist coming out of the back of Staticom. Power to Rathman.
Wow, I mean that listen was making sure you heard it.
Oh, and it was. I think it was there twice. Now that I'm listening to it again, I'm not sure did you hear listen twice?
Yeah.
The back one super
loud.
Yeah.
And that's directive. That's not like you're eavesdropping on someone saying, listen. That was someone going, listen.
Right, because I asked. I said, I thought I heard names. Can you repeat them? And they're like, listen.
Yeah.
Write it down, fucker. We're not doing this again.
And this is Bocce.
Oh yeah.
Again, right? We both every so often will get something or a name or a voice says Bocce.
Bocce.
Yeah.
And you can't, and we're not asking for it a lot of the time. You didn't ask for him there.
No, I didn't.
You can't help but think that there's some connectivity.
They're paying attention.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, what was interesting about this one? How?
Sorry.
Fuck. You just beat the shit out of me. What was interesting about this one is when you got what sounded like Bocce, it was a male's voice. It had some deep tone to it, and it had that Italian accent. This one almost sounded like it was saying, "This is Bocce," like it was asking the question.
Oh, good point.
Yeah,
good point.
Because it had a higher pitch tone to it. It wasn't the same voice that you guys have gotten.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah.
Correct.
That's interesting, right? Because we have language to look at in as much as he annotated the video, but whether or not that's a question or a statement,
right.
Chris brings up a really brilliant point. It's difficult to say without hearing the inflection, right? If you couldn't see me talking now and I said, nice shirt, or if I went, nice shirt, it's the same words, but
right.
The context is implied through, inflection,
correct,
facial expressions. And so what Chris brought up is a really interesting thing. It could have been Bocce. It could have been somebody going, well, hold on, this isn't Bocce.
Yeah.
Is this Bocce?
You want to listen to it again?
Yeah, actually I do.
Yeah, let's do it again.
Spirits, do me a favor. Let me hear you say Rathman. There we go. I heard it. Thank you. That definitely could have been some names. Can you repeat those for me one more time? Listen, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
This is Bocce?
It may be a question.
After the listen,
Yep.
I hear a little short after here, I'm tired.
Yeah, a
It goes,
voice says, I'm tired.
Listen, and then it goes, I'm tired.
Which is very possible. That was probably an hour and 20 minutes into it. Like I said, that was an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Me asking questions.
Yeah, before the first listen, I thought I heard, hey,
It
hey,
is.
listen,
It
listen.
is. It's listen, then hey, listen.
Yeah.
So
there you go. Good catch. Yeah, that's
That's
I heard
good.
I'm tired also.
And the Rathman was immediate. Immediate.
Yeah. But
That was
the
great.
Rathman is no longer the coolest thing I've heard. Now it's Power Day Rathman.
Power Day Rathman.
Power Day Rathman.
Yeah.
Well, what's interesting about I'm tired, hey, listen, is that you've got emotion there too, because when does somebody get frustrated? When they're tired, you're not listening. Hey, I'm tired. Listen.
Yep, absolutely.
Because it really does sound like they're yelling at you. They're like, listen, listen.
they are. 'Cause I was tired.
Are you tired or they are tired?
Well, they were probably tired of hearing me ask questions and me not listening, but I was tired because it was late. So it, it wasn't real balanced.
That's fascinating.
That was cool.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
I love listening to those because people focus on what's being said and not the accents and the connotation. When you go back and listen to them a second time, you can tell if it's a statement or if they're pissed or if they're asking a question on top of the tonality and the some of the accents and stuff. That when you start separating that out and start listening, then it gets really super fucking cool.
Yeah, that was great pointing that out, Chris, about when it said, this is Bocce. We don't know he was saying like I'm Bocce or this is Bocce. Could have been somebody saying this is Bocce.
Yeah, and it doesn't necessarily sound like they're asking you the question. It's almost like they're going like how when you say, "Are you serious? This is
right."
Bocce."
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
Excellent point.
Okay, Ron, go upstairs.
Oh, so this is funny. When we were at Wilson Castle last week, and Sam was starting his Samons, and I'd run Staticom a couple times to make sure it was working. I did one more test. Nobody was in the room. She was there, and then she goes, "Come on, everybody's upstairs. We had to go see Sam. I want to go see Sam." I was like, "All right." She goes, "Come on, just come upstairs." I went, "All right." So let me just shut it down.
Because you know how he is. He's always the last one. But go ahead.
So I was going to shut it down, and if I heard talking, I would wait a couple seconds because I want to cut off what might be a good catch. So she goes upstairs, and then I heard something. And the funny thing is the woman who owns the castle was with some gentleman out in the hallway right outside the room we were set up in. And then I came out, and she goes, "Was somebody talking to you in there?" And I was like, "Well, maybe." And she goes, "Was that your device?" I was like, "Yeah." Because she heard what I have annotated. This one's annotated. She heard what I had annotated, what I had heard. She heard it. So the voice told me to listen to her.
Listen.
And here's what's funny. Those of you that are watching, and Tony and Cherie, this is going to be a new experience for you. When you get to Gettysburg Battlefield Bash, pay really close attention to how many times you hear one of us or Lourdes go, "Where the fuck is Ron?"
or Ron, let's go. Let's go, Ron.
Yeah.
Moving and shaking, shaking and moving.
That's right. Ron's I'll be there in 5 minutes turns into 45.
Yeah. That's a fact.
I'm in some
That's a fact.
I'm in some room somewhere just waiting for someone to say Rathman so I can be done.
Now it's going to be
Power to the Rathman. Power to Rathman. And Big Coco.
So here's the spirits telling Ron to listen to Lourdes.
Oh yeah, no doubt about it.
See,
I
they
went-
agree with me.
I went upstairs and told her right away. I just got told that you told me to go upstairs.
So hang on. So this we could designate, and I'm being kind of funny here. This we could designate as a spirit from an older era of time, because it was a female saying, "Ron, go upstairs. She asked you."
Yeah.
Now, if it was a spirit from the 90s to current time, it would have been, "Ron, go upstairs. She told you."
Yeah, you know that's funny because as we're playing and I'm like, I ain't asked him, I told him.
That's a good point, though.
Yeah, I would say yeah.
Roger, you're not helping, Roger. You're not helping, Roger.
Roger, you've got to experience Gettysburg. You can't do an EVP in the conference center. All right, so the next one we got is June 12th, 2024. That's what it's titled. So we can play it.
Is that the residential one?
No, probably not. I don't know what that is.
Let's
Play it.
What are you playing?
I can tell you that Lourdes sounds drunk, and Audra's gonna laugh.
So you slowed it down.
Huh.
Oh, maybe it is that one. Maybe I didn't. I don't know. Gotta play it. I'll be able to
We'll
talk
find
about
out
it afterwards. Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Do you know what Antonio is majoring in? College? Space. What? Do you know what Antonio is majoring in? College? Space. What?
So you didn't have to slow that down. It was pretty fucking clear. I think you slowed it down just to make Audra laugh.
Well, we're gonna connect the one where Ron's sounding like that and that one and play them together.
Yeah.
Gio says he heard him say Huntsville too. That's interesting.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Maybe we could play it again.
Yeah, play it again.
But that was we were doing STATICOM here, and Lourdes goes, "You know what Antonio's going to college for?"
Well, majoring
in college, and he's going to the University of Alabama, Huntsville. He leaves in August for aerospace engineering into the honors program. So when I heard space, I was like, "What?" And I played it for him, and I don't play a lot of stuff for him. He goes, he was on his computer playing his video games, and he didn't even look at me. He gave me like a side eye. He went, "I heard it."
Don't freak me out, Dad. Okay, we gotta play it again because I didn't hear the Huntsville part, and that's
I want to hear.
It's pretty weird that the spirits are identifying Alabama. So here we go.
Do you know what Antonio is majoring in? College? Space. What? Do you know what Antonio is majoring in? College? Space. What?
Wow, George is in the Bionic Ear Club with Lourdes now because now I heard it.
Yeah.
The female voice. right?
Yeah, it sounds better when it's slowed down because it's pretty quick.
Actually, I heard it better when it was on the
Yeah,
faster
I
version.
heard it better when
Me
it
too,
was
yeah.
Well, on the faster one, the space sounds to me like it becomes part of the Huntsville, whereas the slower one, you can hear each word.
Okay.
Yeah, I actually heard it clear like Ron on the faster one.
Yeah, but see, that's a good argument for why sometimes I'll
You do
present both because of the distinctions that you can make between the two. See, George thought better slow down, but I didn't hear it on the slowed down version as much as the fast one. But what a fantastic ear for George on that one.
Yeah,
so I didn't hear it, and that's also really specific because that's where he's going to study aerospace.
And you caught that before you typed it in on the thing too, so it's not like it was relatable. So
right,
fantastic. Wow, yeah. But that I heard the space that night, and I was like, "What?"
Well, space was undeniable, slowed down or sped up.
Yeah.
Now,
very cool.
We have one more.
Oh yeah.
And I hate to take the funny part of the show out, but I was going to play this one earlier because it's a really cool one. But because of what we spoke to earlier with Everett, I wanted to save this one for last. So I wanted to end the show with this one.
Actually,
because I'm sure this one gave Ron some solace when he heard it. And hopefully, Everett, this one gives you a little bit of solace too when you listen to it, because I'm sure they all find this when they find it.
And Chris, I thought there were 3 more.
No.
That one, and then the other ones were from Vermont, the 3-minute one, and the other one. There should be 3 more.
How many did you send, Ron?
I can tell you right now.
3, 4, 5. No, you sent 8 on the first one, and then there was 1 on the second one. So I only had a total of 9 from you, bud.
But we didn't play 9, I don't think. Did we?
This will be the 9th one. So Tony gave us 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Well, 8 and 9 are short. It's not 12.
Tony, how many did you put on there?
I thought I only had like 5 or 6.
There you go. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So Ron, you gave me 9, and all 9 of them are on here.
That's weird because I thought I purposely cut those and sent them to do them in time for this show.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's only 8 on the.
There's the one that says Wilson Castle. Sorry, I'm looking at the sent we transfer right here. Wilson Castle. There's 1. Sorry, Florence is the one you're about to play. Residential is also there.
Oh, Wilson Castle, always Monique.
Yep, that was the one I would say last because that was the longer one. Sorry, Florence is the one you were about to play. And then residential was the other one that I cut. I don't. The reason I hate to not show them is because I went through 4 hours of driving and I sat down on the computer to cut them for tonight's show.
Well,
hang on.
I was going to say we can save it. We don't have a guest next week, right? I know you heard that, Roger.
Yeah, I'm looking at the transfer.
Okay,
right
so we'll do Wilson Castle last. I got it.
Thank you, sir.
I don't know why it didn't. I don't know why it didn't upload. I uploaded everything this afternoon. Apparently,
is it too big?
We're about to find out.
So this one's going to be the Florence one, and then you have the other 2, right? The residential, and then okay. So yeah, do the Wilson Castle one last.
Yes. Let's see. Oh, that one's not there.
Raul, that started a long time ago. This might be the last of it. I give you a piece of my mind, but it's my last piece.
Okay, here might be an explanation. It's struggling to process the Wilson Castle one, so it might.
Yeah, it's probably too big. You probably uploaded a ball and it kicked it out.
So try the residential.
It's 131.5 megabytes.
That's why. It's 200 kilobytes is all it'll take.
You can always share. You could always share screen it if it had to.
Yeah.
And why did this one not upload?
The residential one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one's only 31.5.
Yeah, well, I was figuring
they're not there.
Tony sent 5. He sent 20. Cut those out. No, I'm kidding. I'm just kidding. Sorry. While you figure this out, I will be right back. I'm going to go use the restroom. If I can turn my chair.
Don't forget to wash your hands and wipe it on Cherie.
Nice.
My hair would look like that, like the dog, if I did that to Cherie.
All right, so we have 2 more after this, and I don't want to lose base with what I did with Everett. So this next one was a message, Everett, that Ron had gotten that gave him some solace, and I hope this gives you some solace with what you're dealing with today too. So here we go.
Tell her I wish I was more patient when she was suffering.
Yep.
That's an awesome message.
Yeah, I love that one.
Yeah, the just to give you a brief, so we get to the other clips, just to give you a brief preface on what I said. My mother was having a lot of issues with depression and stuff because she had knee surgery that went bad. She was on crutches and a cane and everything else. She couldn't get around and do what she used to do. And I think a lot of us were trying to cheerlead her out of depression, which, as many people know, is not always a functional approach. It does not always work. And part of me felt bad, like maybe I didn't seem sympathetic or empathetic enough, because I just wanted to see her happy. And we're always like, come on, have fun. We're all together. And, so there was a little bit of guilt from that. I feel like maybe I could have been more of a shoulder to lean on and not just, wanting to see her be happy, but more understanding of, how difficult that must have been. And so I was apologizing for maybe not being as understanding or, and then that was the response I got. I'm at peace. Florence missed it. And the Florence missed it I took when we talk about consciousness and continuation and survival, where you don't have personal agency anymore. You're not making decisions and choices and stuff, but you're still the essence of who you were, because your names are arbitrary. We're named at birth by other people, but who you are is still who you are. So I felt like Florence missed it was saying that incarnate, Florence missed it. I'm at peace, even though it's not identifying as somebody else. But in my life as Florence missed that. I'm at peace, even though that is the same consciousness. That was my interpretation of it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's a great message.
So this is your Vermont Airbnb. Not to change the subject, guys. I'm trying to lighten up the mood a little bit.
Oh yeah, it's gonna get lighter. We're gonna end with a drag queen. It's gonna be totally different.
I'm gonna turn our light up because we're disappearing in the background.
So this one, we ran it during the day, Saturday, in the Airbnb before we left for the castle. And Lourdes kept getting the impression this place we stayed in, and you'll see a picture of it. It was great. It was a little apartment we had. She had the impression it might have been a schoolhouse or something.
It looks
There's
like
a library next to it, and it looks like a schoolhouse.
Right in the building next door is a library. So she asked the question, direct answer.
All right, here we go.
This apartment that we're in right now, did it used to serve another purpose? Was it always residential or something else? Thank you.
Residential.
Thank you very much.
Rear.
Yes.
Spot on, crystal clear.
Yeah, pretty
Very
clear.
crystal clear. Now I want to show you guys something. Don't It's not dirty,
No.
unless you want it to be. So let me present this screen.
Todd.
Yeah, do you see me sit back? I was like, shit, Tony.
Sorry, the light's behind the monitor.
Okay, so I'm gonna pause it. Okay, so let me help you out. This section is not a part of the original house. Although it looks old, it is not as old as it looks. Who can tell me why?
The placement of the door?
No.
The neighbor.
Hold on. I got to get into
The amount of lines in the window frame?
Chris.
No.
Hinges.
Not the hinges. It's got nothing to do with the structure. It's got to do with the foundation.
Slab.
Oh, because it's poured
Slab?
cement.
It's poured slab cement. Now, could this been have relocated from somewhere else? Yes, but highly doubtful, because they would have, if it was relocated from somewhere else, they would have had to have done a crawl space to get the plumbing in. Now, if you look back here, that's the original building. So this was added on sometime later.
They extend it.
They extended this on sometimes later. You can see where they added onto the roof line here.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason you can tell is because this drip line overlaps this drip line, which means this was added on later. So in order to get, so in order to get the water to come down and drift down into the rain gutters and dispel off the roof properly, they added this one later. And because this roof is slightly bigger, they had to give the drip line over top of this line, so it all comes together and runs off the roof.
So you got to know your drip lines.
Yes.
Yeah, because when I was there, I can tell that one part of the house was older than the other. But for some reason, I thought it was the other way around. I thought the front part was the original, and that they added the back. That's what I thought.
This right here is actually the original part. You can tell by the foundation of the porch.
Okay.
Right?
All right.
That porch is new, too. That was newer.
Yeah, but they had to build it up because of the height of the door. See it here?
Right.
Look at the door height here. It is much higher than the door height here.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
So this is your original structure. Unless it was, so in this structure, if this portion of the building went over further, there would have been a second door right here.
There is another door there, too.
Off to the side on the inside?
Because it's two apartments.
Right there. Yep.
What I'm saying is this door would have been, so this portion of the building would have went all the way across.
Right.
And this second door here would have been flush with this door on the opposite side. See where the 7 is?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's actually
because the door, that building, the back building does go all the way across.
It does.
It does.
Yeah.
So the second door would have been on the opposite side. And the reason why is back in those days, one door was for visitors, one door was for family.
Wow. I'm impressed, Chris.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
So this was your original structure. This was added on a later date. It just, they might have used original materials to make it look original, but that slab is telling you that this is not original to this location.
The extension one, it looks like more older, Chris.
What's that?
Yeah. The extension one, it looks like more older than the back.
Than the back one.
Yep.
Yeah, it does.
It just means they updated this one earlier than they've updated this one prior to updating this one. That's all that means.
Yeah. I don't mean to burst everybody's bubble, but you're all wrong. We dropped off supplies there, and while Tony was building cars, we built this.
Nice. You got a little more done than I did.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's
now, if you look at the window up here, that is an older window, but if you look at the trim is not. So they might have used, these are not older windows. You can tell by looking at them.
Yeah.
This one is.
But this is more ornate.
This ornateness here was probably pulled from another building. And the window was probably reused. And this is not the original trim.
What about the bed sheets, Chris?
But yeah, this is the original door. This is the original portion of the building.
He's amazing. We have to go inside to freaking stump him. He's amazing.
Yeah.
How does he? That's amazing.
It's great.
Yeah, impressive.
That really is impressive.
But sorry, guys. And Audra's going, move on.
Yeah,
It's
move
getting
on.
late. But so I just wanted to show you guys how you can tell the difference.
No, that's awesome,
That's
Chris.
awesome to know. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good
Yeah,
information to know.
That's
This
fantastic.
front slab would have been as high as this concrete here. There's a possibility this was relocated later because you'd still have to have a crawl space for the plumbing if this was an older building, but it wasn't. I mean, this could have been done in the 70s, and it just looks war torn and older because they haven't done anything to it since.
No,
But this is your original building here. You can tell by the foundation alone, and the overlap of the roof.
And you know what? And now thinking about it, because there's a basement there, but the basement, the door to the basement, you know, the ones that you open like that and you go down, is in the
Only
back,
on the back
of that.
part.
Yep. So now that does make sense.
So that
Now I think
basement
about
in the back part would have been their cellar for storage.
Right.
That's where they would have put their colder foods, their canned foods and stuff underneath the house. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, thank you, Chris.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Sorry. I like showing stuff like that.
That's yeah, and you should. How many other people in the field are talking about that stuff? We don't know any of that.
Yeah.
I don't.
I knew what the code to get in the door was.
Which is an improvement from last time.
It is, isn't it? It sure is.
That's awesome.
That's really funny that he thought of that. That's very true.
All right. So the last one we got, now that I've put them all in,
The Big Finish.
The Big Finish, Wilson Castle. So not only is this one historic, not only is it a beautiful castle, but this one comes with a drag queen.
Yeah,
that's right.
STATICOM and drag queens and chuckleheads. Oh my!
Why'd you point at me?
You're one of them.
Only on EVPE will you see a drag queen doing paranormal stuff. At least right now.
Monique, too soon.
now.
She did a fantastic job with this event. Can't stress that enough. It was amazing.
Yeah, it really was.
All right. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. This one's 3 minutes. So here we go.
I keep hearing black and white.
Yeah.
Yes. Me too. I was like, maybe I just can't say that out loud.
Do you want Monique to live with you forever?
Like always.
Well, that's very nice to hear. Pizza. Yeah, it was very low. And they love saying pizza. It was very low. Can you say it nice and loud, pizza? What about spaghetti?
Did he really say that?
Yes. That's the wrong P word. That's the wrong P word.
So get it off your chest. What's your favorite curse word?
Did they say pussy?
Welcome to STATICOM. Colonel, do you like the color dress I wore? Yeah. Can you tell her what color is the dress? You can say I can't see if you can't see it. That's okay. But if you can, what color is it? Blue. Actually, it's green. Yeah. You heard that? Yeah. Actually, it's green. Wow. Can we talk to Elliot, please? Elliot, I'm going to put my hand out.
Located.
Yeah. If you know who Monique's asking for, if you know, say the name Elliot. Right?
No, she what you hear?
It was Elliot. It was low, but it was fast. Good catch.
Elliot, do you like me?
Yes.
Do you like me?
Yep. If somebody can come through super clear and say Monique too soon, we will all clap. Can you say Monique too soon? Loud and clear, please. Nice and slow.
Soon was there.
Yeah?
You heard it?
It was very faint at the bottom. It was Monique 2, and it went soon.
Some people heard soon. We didn't hear it.
Yeah, I heard it.
But they heard the Monique and they went nuts. And that's the moment we were hoping for.
Very cool.
First, the color of her dress is it mentioned blue, and then it corrected it to green.
Actually
green.
But the answer before that was better.
Yeah. What's your favorite curse word?
Monique said blue because Monique heard blue. I didn't hear the voice say blue, but that's what Monique heard.
Yeah, that's what I heard too. Blue, the first one, blue.
It's very possible that you take the colorblind with you.
Well, right, and you're talking about people see things differently. Spirits don't see with eyes, right? And so you're talking about the interpretation of a hertz level that's indicative of a color being identified by an entity that doesn't have an ocular system anymore. So it could have been getting it from somebody who contributed it to consciousness. It could have been, you know, a variety of different things. But that's what she heard, and then she said blue, and then the voice corrected and said green.
Actually green.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's awesome. That was so awesome.
You know what's awesome is you see the picture of Ron and Lourdes standing with Monique too soon, and she towers over you guys.
Yeah. Well, she's tall to begin with, and then she wears heels that are like that.
Platforms.
Yeah.
She's tall.
So you would have to stand on the 5th stair.
Oh, at least. Yep. Too short, too soon.
Yeah.
That was awesome. That was way awesome.
Yeah, it was fun. That was one of those wow moments that we wanted. And we had a few that night, but I tried to grab at least that one because she was the host of the event.
And it was her birthday weekend.
Her birthday weekend, and the room was full of people, and they all heard Monique, and that was the capture I wanted.
The highlight of that.
Yeah.
Very, very cool.
Way cool.
So thank you for showing those.
All right, you guys, we've come to the part where shameless plugs. Where you guys gonna be? Where can people...
Put up George's comment. There it is. Too short, too soon.
That's gonna be your shirt.
Yeah. I'm too short, too soon. The drag queen, and here's my partner, Power D. Rathman.
I just got a picture of Tony in drag.
Try to forget it.
Yeah. Well, no offense, Ron, but you in drag wouldn't have been all that cute either.
Oh no! No offense. I'd have been offended about the opposite.
Staying on my side of the table, you guys are good-looking dudes. Not in dresses. No, not in dresses. There is not enough makeup in the paranormal community.
Or in the clown community.
Right. Exactly.
That's some great stuff, you guys. Yeah. The amazing part is everybody watching that has seen these guys go from DRV. I almost called it a DVR again.
It's been a while.
Seeing these guys go from ITC to DRV to Tony's boxes You named it 3 different things. You can give me a break here.
No, you did good. You had it straight on.
All right,
Yep.
cool.
Yep.
To see you guys go to STATICOM, to see you guys go to the next stage of STATICOM, to see you guys go to the next stage of STATICOM. Jesus Christ, it is getting clearer and clearer every time. And even
Good night, Jenny.
have a
Happy
good night,
birthday.
Jenny. Happy birthday tomorrow.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Yes.
But to see the progress that you guys have made is just phenomenal, man. And I don't think we probably get to see it more than most because we're a part of your spectacular team. But anybody that's watching that has been around with seeing you guys for a while now, the progress you guys have made with this shit is just flipping amazing.
Thank you. You know, the progress comes from 2 sides of the equation. Yes, everything we do as a team to upgrade or get specific enhancements in the clarity or the filtration, whatever those enhancements might be. But the other upgrade that comes is from the constant communication, the trust that is built with the consciousness and their ability then to answer questions that they may not have answered in the beginning. And the more we do it, the more that develops. And some of the answers that we get that they give information that's you're just like, whoa, is because of that engagement and that trust factor.
Yeah, I think so. I agree with that. I think that's even why when we put ourselves on the spot, right, in front of live audiences, like the one with the police officers or the Monique thing, they deliver for us. Somebody comes through and delivers for us. I think for the reasons that Tony just named.
Yeah.
Well, you know, you got them being used to talking with you guys and you getting comfortable with you guys, but it's the same way around too. You guys have to have trust in the responses that you get.
Yeah.
I mean, Tony, it takes some nuts to just try it for the first time and not know what the fuck you're gonna get. But you guys have reached this stage to where your responses are so clear. You're not just getting timing, relevance, intelligence. You're getting clarity. You're getting accents. You're getting what's the word I'm looking for?
Attitude.
Attitude.
I got attitude.
Attitude, emotion.
Yeah.
Actually, like the one we saw with the one we looked at earlier with This Is Bocce, it was like, okay, was that a question or was that was you're getting the emotion, the inflection. Yeah, there you go. Did you say the inflection? Oh yes, the inflection. That's the word I was looking for.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just cussing over here. Jeez.
Not.
See what I'm doing to this group? I got Lourdes nasty. You saying the F word.
I did not.
Like this
This
last
time.
But I mean, sorry, we went funny there for a second, but the progress that we've seen, Audra and I have seen, so timing, relevance, you got the intelligence, now you're getting the accents, you're getting the emotion, you're getting the inflection. Good God, man. Next thing you know, we'll be having full conversations with you guys.
Wake our dog up.
Look at him looking around.
I know.
Yeah, he's trying
Like,
to
where's it
figure
coming
out.
from?
And then Cherie touches him. Like, what the fuck was that?
I think this is what George's comment he just put. I think this is what he's addressing, and if he is, tell us because he nailed something that I was about to say. That right there. One of the things that's indicative of progress to me, and it was we heard it on our clips, especially that last one, and on Tony's tonight, is not what you heard, it's what you didn't hear. There's a lot of silence in between vocals now, where before that wasn't always the case. And that really makes the voices jump. And I think both of our clips submitted from both sides had that attribute to it with the silence between vocals. And she can tell you, like when we start doing a session at home or anywhere else, and we're testing it out even before the people come in, and I start running it, and it's like you hear a voice say something, and then it's just quiet. And I'll look at her and I go, it's good. That's what I want. And so that to me is one of the breakthroughs, is that we've silenced it between vocals.
Oh yeah, that's huge. And I can give you a point of reference. When we stole the room the first time at Gettysburg, we had different people hearing different responses because there were so many responses coming through. I'm standing at the back of the room trying to focus on one voice, and other people are focused on another voice. That's all gone now.
Yeah.
It's just flipping amazing.
And that's one of those things that jumped forward progression wise when the four of us were doing this together. The two of us, when we started Direct Radio Voice, were always working at that, and we chipped away at it year after year. When the four of us got doing this stuff with the STATICOM project, that really jumped forward, where all of a sudden the noise floor was really diminished.
Yeah, and you had a lot to do with that, Ron. You know, I remember you came to me and I said, okay, you changed something. It's quiet. And you're like, okay, hold on. Do this. I'm like, it's not doing anything. Just wait, do this. And then you're like, okay, last one, do this. And I did it. And I'm like, oh my God, it was gone. So yeah, you did that.
Well,
no, I appreciate it.
There's everything that you guys do, and there's also advancement in knowledge too. So the spirits that are communicating maybe they're also starting to learn a little bit. Maybe if we don't all talk at once, they'll hear the message we're trying to send, and we can get people through that need to be put through. Because we've talked about it before, and I'll say it forever and a day. Ron said it before. They're just people not in their meat pajamas. And what happens if you get a group of people together and everybody's bullshit and somebody goes, yo, quiet.
Yeah.
Right? And that happens 3 or 4 times. And then eventually when the same group gets together, everybody keeps quiet. They start to speak. So not only is it the contribution that you guys are doing as a team, but I think it's also got a little bit to do with the spirits learning how to communicate through it too.
Yeah, I love the things that George, the lack of noise is as important as what does come through. That's how I've always felt.
Yeah, because it's a distraction.
True conversation
noise and you're
between
distracted.
people. There's pauses.
Yep.
Knowledge also comes from other listeners. Yeah, Roger, that's finding the silence instead of the jumble of everyone talking. Yeah, I mean, that's one of the things I think that's made this project great between the four of us is that we focused on stuff that I felt maybe in ITC was neglected. Like everything was always about the clarity of the voices coming through, which is important. But we focused on how are they hearing us? Right. We focused on how do we silence when they're not talking? How do we reduce the noise floor? And I think those have been big breakthroughs that maybe sometimes we don't emphasize enough when we talk about it.
Huge. But there were others too. The slowing of the white noise, the filtration of the white noise by cutting out that part of it when the voice, I mean, we did more with STATICOM than most people do with any device from a variable level of changes. I mean, we addressed everything we could think of, and like Chris said, though, we're never done. We're always pushing those boundaries to see where it can go next. So, and that will continue, no doubt about it.
So what's the next? Imagery?
Oh, STATICOM's not done.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you guys are far from done. I mean, you guys are near perfect.
Cherie wants a 3D animated talking lookalike of whoever's speaking on top of STATICOM. I'm like, yeah, Cherie, let me finish the car. I'll have that done by dinner.
So,
yeah.
So I think we've all learned that AI is not a good thing.
No.
What do you mean, why?
Just kidding.
Did you not watch the Will Smith movie?
Yes.
Wilson. I'm like, Wilson.
iRobot.
iRobot.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So let me expound on that. And I don't care if Facebook likes me or not.
We're not even there anymore, are we?
No. So all the promos that you see for EVP are linked directly to our YouTube network, right? The UNX YouTube network, the EVPI YouTube network. And the reason for that is I'm going to be quite frank, even though my name's Christoph.
I hear thunder.
Yeah.
You can't connect Thunder and Phoenix. Bullshit.
Yeah.
I gotta look outside.
Bullshit. The big fat neighbor farted.
All right.
So the reason we're having trouble connecting
that's right.
Facebook to EVPE now is because Facebook went to the UI or the AI. Sorry, AI. Anytime we do StreamYard, It connects to our Facebook account. It also connects to our YouTube accounts. The AI on Facebook recognizes that YouTube link, and Facebook does not like YouTube. So there is an encryption algorithm in the AI in the new Facebook that is blocking all YouTube links. So even though we are posting to our YouTube link, because there's a connection, or we're posting to our Facebook pages, even though there is a connection, because there is a connection to the YouTube link in StreamYard, the AI in Facebook is blocking us from posting there. So I said this last week, and I'll say it again. Everything you see for EVPE going forward, you'll see the promos on Tony's Facebook page. You'll see the promos on my personal Facebook page. That's all the Facebook page promos you're going to see. Those promos are directly connected to our YouTube link.
Right.
Because we cannot send those promos directly to Facebook through StreamYard because the AI on Facebook catches that YouTube link and blocks it.
Yeah, you can go live to Facebook. I think what Roger just said, and that's pretty much it.
Yes. But the live you see on Facebook is the YouTube.
Yeah.
Correct. The AI now on Facebook, now that they've gone to that AI algorithm, identifies that YouTube link connected to StreamYard, and it won't allow it.
Wow.
That's what I found out over the last week.
Yeah.
So all of our promos will take you straight to the YouTube, which is actually fantastic because there were certain things we couldn't say on our show because of the Facebook algorithm, because it would block us and kick the live broadcast. But because it is now a YouTube broadcast, they can't stop it. YouTube allows all kinds of stuff. So you'll see me drop the F-bomb now more than ever.
Wow.
YouTube.
Got to roll the eyes.
YouTube what, Tony?
YouTube is owned by Google.
Oh,
right. That's correct.
That's why when you post a YouTube video, it gets such high rankings when you search because it's part of Google.
Yes. So in the future, will it probably never go to Facebook? More than likely, yes. The more that they develop the AI in Facebook, more than likely it'll block us even more. But what was that?
Roger's comment.
Yeah, Roger's.
Yeah.
It's like a big dick waving. But the best part is we can post comments like this because it's YouTube.
Yep.
Yeah. AI, artificial impotence.
Yeah. Inconsonant. So Facebook has given itself ED by adding AI.
Okay.
What does ED stand for?
Ed.
Say it.
Ed.
It stands for Ed. It's this horse from the 50s. He had a show.
Yeah.
So where are you guys going to be next week? You got some podcasts coming up. You're going to blare in STATICOM everywhere, man. You have to.
You can tell we're old when we have to look at our calendar and answer that question.
Yeah, we've actually been plastering it. We've been doing a lot of them, but we have more coming up. Sunday, I think we have a break the rest of the week, but we have one Sunday, which is, I believe, is
I'm questioning that happening.
something. Expanding reality was last
this weekend.
I know that. And I went down.
Y'all, this is coming from a marketing guy.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You should see how many are on the month. Which one did we do last Sunday?
This past Sunday?
Yeah,
Yesterday,
yesterday.
KGRA.
Oh yeah. What was the one we did on?
That one just came out.
Yeah, that just came out. That was yesterday.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Sorry, I always confuse the two. Did we do expanding reality?
That's
I
the one
think
that just
so,
came
yeah.
out.
I think that's what it was.
Okay.
Well,
Then the one this Sunday is forbidden or forgotten news or forbidden news or something.
Forbidden news. Forbidden news.
Forbidden news. And then that's Sunday. Then Tuesday we have science and the paranormal, which I'm excited about because they're both doctors.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting.
Yeah, so that one's going to be cool. And I've got some others in the works, but waiting to hear back. So,
and I do as well. I have to send you the link, the one that wanted to have us on.
Yes,
we're grateful. We extend the opportunity to be a guest and share your team, your evidence, your endeavors on our show every week. And so when we get to go on and be the guest somewhere, I don't know. I mean, I think I speak for all of us. We have a huge amount of gratitude for those opportunities because we know how much it means, and we know that we extend that to people on our show.
Yep.
Oh, I thought they froze for a minute.
Yeah.
No,
thunder.
we're just not used to hearing the
Thunder?
Yeah, the thunder, yes.
Yeah, thunder in Phoenix is usually not a good thing.
Jax is like,
trees fall over, roads flood.
Yeah.
So
Plus,
just to
since
give you
it's
guys
been
a
a couple of years since you've seen it, you get excited.
Yeah.
I know. You wanted to run out to look at it.
Oh, yeah.
To give you guys a concept, it took 3 days of 6 to 10 inches of rain to flood Miami. 3 days of 6 to 10 inches of rain in Phoenix, and Tony would have to build an ark.
No lie.
No lie.
An inch or two of rain will flood everything. Parks, canals, everything, because
so the ground in Phoenix is not used to water.
Right.
Yeah.
So about this deep, almost anywhere you go in Phoenix, you hit a level of granite called caliche or Galiche. I don't even know what the hell it is. Galiche, yeah. It's solid rock. So if it rains a half an inch over 3 months,
no big deal.
It'll absorb that water. Any more than that half an inch, it won't absorb that water. And Phoenix is not used to rain, so they didn't build the drainage like they did here on the East Coast. So it takes forever to drain.
Yeah.
We had the 100-year rain they had like 6 years ago?
Oh, when the boys graduated.
Yeah, when the boys were 2015. It was the freeway flooded so bad they shut it down. It took me 4 hours to travel 3 miles.
Wow.
They had 3 inches of rain over a 10-hour period.
Yeah. People were riding jet skis in the park.
Yes.
Yeah. It doesn't
because there was 3-4 feet of water and
it doesn't drain. We can get up to 3 inches of rain here in one day. And you can't even tell it rained an hour after it stops. Not in Phoenix. They get 3 inches of rain in one day and they're shut down for the whole day.
Wow.
Yeah. Yes. You got to remember, Phoenix averages 3 to 5 inches a year.
Wow, that's so lit.
Where's Raul with a "that's what she said" comment? Now is the time.
That's awesome. All right, guys. It is late. Audra's kicking me. She's quit talking about rain. I want to go to bed. Damn it.
Listen, when we get too off subject, it's like, all right, let's wrap it up.
You guys think I produce the show? You don't see her kicking me under the desk every time I'm doing it. Hey, we are who we are, and that's why people love us.
Yes.
Exactly.
Wrap it up.
Now I have to go ice my leg.
Whatever.
She's very good at kicking without you guys seeing it.
She doesn't curse, but she beats the hell out of you.
There's something about females. Females can kick, and nobody knows they're kicking. You just feel the pain. Yeah.
Little ninjas.
Yeah, little ninjas.
You don't kick.
I don't.
That's because she's still in bed when I'm leaving. See what I did there?
I saw. I heard.
And Ron's up so late doing STATICOM. She's asleep before he gets in bed. So.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Everybody thinks Ron's dedicated. That's called strategy.
For his own protection.
Yeah. It's survival.
It's survival. All right, guys. We will be back next week.
Yeah.
Now, I want you guys to take notes. July 22nd and July 29th. Don't grunt at me. I'm talking to my audience.
I didn't even say anything.
No, I know that grunt.
I swear I didn't even do that.
July.
You don't know it when I grunt at you, sir.
I do know it.
I know.
Yeah, now kick them.
Okay,
July 22nd, July 29th, we will not be live.
Oh, I get my birthday off? Woo-hoo.
Yes. Audra's birthday we will have off because we will be in Florida or returning from Florida. And then the week after that is because we will all be in Gettysburg that weekend before, so we won't have time to prep the show.
Yeah.
But we will be back to next Monday, the 8th and the 15th, and then we'll be back August 5th.
We won't be here then.
Huh?
We won't be here on the 15th.
No, but
Only 3 more shows before we get together in Gettysburg.
3 more shows before we get together in Gettysburg.
Trace episodes.
Yes. Monday the 15th, Audra and I will not be here. We will be drunk on a beach in Florida.
Heck yeah.
But I promise you, we will prep the show for you guys before we leave, so Tony, Cherie, Ron, and Lourdes can do a great show for you guys. We will be watching. We will be watching with Audra's drunk relatives.
I want video for the evidence next time of Chris drunk on a beach, standing next to a structure, going, "That's a soffit," like the nursery rhyme, "Little Miss Soffit."
Yeah. That's all I'll be doing because Chris don't swim in water. He can't see the ground. He can't see the bottom. So
yeah, I hear that.
Yeah. Okay, so guys, 22nd, 29th, we will not be here, but we will be here for the next 3. Well, we will be live for the next 3 weeks. Audra and I won't be here the 15th, but we will definitely see you guys next week. Remember, guys, listen for the peanut butter when it comes to Rob Squatch, right? When you're looking for STATICOM evidence that talks about the Knights Templar, make sure you're paying attention to the names that you're catching in evidence because it can connect you with some crazy stuff like Rathman got tonight that goes back for centuries. Most of all, when you're listening, make sure you do what Ron does and make sure you're listening to those people that you miss and that are gone when they send their messages to you because that's most important. And the only way you guys are going to do that is if you stay haunted. We will see you guys next week. Have a good night, guys.
Night.
Night.
Can you give me a name? What's your name?